We welcome in today. Thank you to Orr Auto Mall for sponsoring today's coverage. We are talking today with Bill Teeter, who is now our new state rep for District 44. Bill, congratulations! It was a well run race by all four of you. It seemed to be a very it wasn't contentious as far as people getting after each other. It seemed like you guys were all respectful of each other, did a good job, and you won the race.
Thank you so much. I'm very humbled, and I think it's still sinking in that I won. The other three, my three, I keep saying opponents, and I hate to even use that word. We became pretty good friends out of this whole situation, and they're all good people. But at the end of the day, the votes were in my favor, and that's where we're at. So thank you very much.
Well, I wanted to get some clarification, and you and I were talking a little bit off the call here about how the runoff situation was going to happen, whether there was or was not going to be, and kind of when you guys found out about that and what that changed for you guys. Would you walk me through a little bit about how that process went for you all?
Absolutely. We all four of us were actually standing there together when we all received an email from the county clerk advising us of the law. And she actually sent an email with the photos of the law. And then we called her just for clarification, just to make 100% sure what we were reading. And she advised us that um, the temporary position would have a runoff if more than, I can't remember what the percentage is, but if there was more than, if it wasn't a certain percentage, then there would be a runoff. But as the other position for the 2 year term, then there would not be a runoff per state law in both cases, and it was 7-7-104 and 105 respectfully.
Okay, so
So,
you get the rest of this year, and then what happens after that?
well, like I said, the runoff is on the temporary position that starts in August and goes to the end of the year. That was between me and Miss Nikki Phillips. And then since I had the most votes for the 2 year term, I will be on the ballot in November unopposed, and there's nobody running against me. So I'll take that position and get sworn in at the first year also for that one. So that's where that goes.
Okay, so there we go. I was trying to make sure we clarified it as clearly as we could because that was something that I was not aware that there was a difference there and a discrepancy between the two, the rest of the year and the rest of the term. I mean, it makes sense and unfortunately, the circumstances surrounding the fact that we were even having this election are a little bit not a little bit, very unfortunate. So that's something that
Yes,
I don't think people
absolutely.
realized.
Yeah, it with the passing of Stanberry, that's what opened this position up. And of course, I knew Stan. I think all of us knew, all the people running knew Stan, and all of us thought the world of him. He did a great job for a lot of years, and just to be able, I tell everybody I will never be able to fill his shoes, but I hope I can at least fill his seat and make him proud.
Well, that's where I was wanting to get with this, with somebody who, everybody that I've heard loves Stanberry. Everybody knew that he did a good job. He represented them well. So what does that mean for you as far as like what do you feel like your job is? How do you feel like you can live up to that?
Well, all I can do is try. I've been telling everybody when everybody asked me how the campaign was going, I said, "Well, I'm just kicking like I'm drowning," and that's how I plan on running my whole career. I don't want to be a politician. I want to be a servant of the people, and that's what I've been ever since well ever since I can remember. Even as a small kid, I just wanted to serve in some capacity, and here we are. So I retired, like I said, in July from Pope County, and that the last several months has been very hard on me because I really feel like I need to be doing something serving my community, and all this came up, and here we are.
Absolutely. So what is your first order of business? What are you looking to kind of get rolling into first?
Well, I know all of us have said it, but like our income tax situation, we're wanting to reduce that. and maybe even eventually eliminate it. I think that I think all our folks are taxed to death, and everybody's tired of it. Everybody's wanting a break, and I really believe that there's ways to do that. Of course, I'm going to have to get in there, and being a junior legislator or freshman legislator, it's more of a support position at start, but I'm going to kick it with both feet, and I'm not going to give up because, the title representative is exactly that. You're a representative of your people, and it's power. It's government by the people. So whatever they want is what I'm going to do.
Well, I know as you mentioned, all four of you, I was at the Republican um, headquarters for that forum, and all four of you talked from hey, I'm just a regular person. I run a business. I serve people. I've done this my whole life, and it seemed like all of you were interested in the public service aspect of it. But I did love your answer about how it doesn't matter what I think, it doesn't matter what I want. It matters what the people said,
Right.
and it matters what they want because that's what I'm going to do. So I do appreciate that, and I
That's
think a lot of
exactly
people
right.
do.
Well, I thank you for saying that because I wholeheartedly believe that with everything in me.
Well, I think that's how you're going to lead, and I think that's how we wanted it. Apparently, is the way the votes turned out. You have been able to kind of overcome, and it was very interesting that the votes were so close. There wasn't one person who was 75% like happens sometimes. It was very
Yeah.
close, and the fact that you guys none of you were contentious with one another, I think that probably led to some of that.
we from the first day, we as soon as we met, we exchanged phone numbers. We've talked to each other through this entire situation. Even when we were in the parking lot over at the election headquarters, the wind gust would pick up and start knocking tents over. We were running around helping each other grab those. We were helping each other set it up because I really feel like all four of us just wanted what was best for the community
Right.
and taking care of each other. And that was the number one goal. We all four had it. They're three of the greatest people that I've met in a long time, and I just felt honored to even be mentioned in the same sentences with them. So, and I was just proud to, like I said, proud to get to know them.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you're able to accomplish with your background and the humility that you've shown to be able to do what you've done so far and to serve the community. So how about this? Let's hook back up and talk a little bit more when you get your feet under you, and we'll see what's going on and what you got going forward. I appreciate your time today, Mr. Teeter.
Hey, I really appreciate you letting me speak with me, and I just let's go Arkansas.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time. Congratulations to you and your family. You have a great rest of your week.
Thank you, sir. You as well.